Mojoholics, welcome back to What's Your Mojo, the weekly show where we fill you in on what you might have missed last week, give you a sneak peek on what's coming up next week, ask your feedback, and answer viewer FAQs. Let's get dangerous. In case you missed it, this week we brought you both top 10 typecast actors and top 10 typecast actresses. So, if you're tired of seeing Seth Rogen play himself, Drew Barrymore play the giggly love interest, or Adam Sandler playing that idiot man-child, then watch 2 videos where that's all they do. We also published top 10 unlikely celebrity couples. Like, you know how Brigitte Nielsen and Flavor Flav are weird? Like that. And finally today, we published top 10 rock and roll rebels and top 10 American fast food restaurants. So, if you want to rock out while eating a burger, we've got the videos for you. Maybe. It's that spooky time of year again where we try to scare the socks off you with terrifying top 10s. No, but seriously, we do have some Halloween-themed clips starting today and going all the way to the big day next Friday. So what have we got? Today we've got top 10 best horror TV shows, tomorrow we've got top 10 worst horror movie remakes, and Sunday we've got top 10 best horror movie remakes. Starting on Monday, we've got top 10 actors who appeared in horror movies before they were famous, then top 10 opening sequences in horror movies the next day, top 10 scariest clowns in movies and TV on Wednesday, top 10 iconic horror movie weapons on Thursday, and on Halloween Day itself we've got top 10 Halloween songs, top 10 spooky levels in video games, and top 10 scariest horror movies. Whew! Be sure to keep up with those to get yourself good and creeped out by the time All Hallows Eve rolls around. Are you guys ready for some trivia? Let's do it. In what year does Judgment Day, like the day Skynet becomes self-aware, take place in the Terminator 2 timeline? 1984, 1991, 1997, or 2015? You are correct if you said 1997. August 29th, 1997 to be exact. But they moved that date around a lot during the franchise just to make it tough on you. If you want to test your knowledge on that or anything else, head over to WatchMojo.com/trivia. Anyway, I'm talking to you about the Terminator because August 26th, 1984 is the day that the first movie in the franchise was released. So, if you want to see a post-apocalyptic future where the robots time travel and go from bad to good, check these videos out. RoboCop vs. Terminator, top 10 movie robots of all time Redux, top 10 Arnold Schwarzenegger moments, top 10 career-defining movies, top 10 alternate casting choices in film, top 10 action movies of the 1980s, top 10 movie catchphrases, top 10 movie franchises that overstayed their welcome, and many, many more. Also, don't forget to make your way over to WatchMojo.com/calendar to see thousands of our older, equally timely videos. And while you're there, make sure to vote on the topics that matter most to you so we can tailor our future videos to your tastes. Before we ask you guys your opinions on a few of our lists, we thought we'd let you see where your hard work gets you. Top 10 beloved Hollywood actors came out last week, top 10 Slayer songs came out yesterday, and top 10 enigmatic people in history comes out Tuesday, October 28th. Thanks again for your help in choosing those lists. But we have even more lists in need of your input this week. And this week we need some help with our friends across the pond for top 10 British comedians. I'm partial to the Pythons myself, but if you've got other ideas, make them known on the suggest page. Because I haven't heard of the first guy. Next up, top 10 movie fistfights. I'm actually surprised we haven't done this yet. So if you like seeing people punching the hell out of each other, let us know your favorite. Now, on to top 10 political figures who died too soon. We've already done top 10 musicians and top 10 actors who died too soon, so this is the next part in that series. Which political figures do you think had more to do during their careers? And finally, bringing the mood back up a bit, top 10 classic board games. We've already done top 10 branded board games, which is stuff like Monopoly, Clue, etc. But classic board games are stuff without a brand. So chess, checkers, backgammon, whatever. So tell us which ones you prefer playing on a rainy afternoon. And as always, be sure to head over to WatchMojo.com/suggest to let us know what you think. And while you're there, make sure to exercise your right to vote on any other lists you might have an opinion on. It's getting cold outside, at least where we are, so it's time to get cozy on the couch or whatever. Anyway, with me as always to give away free stuff and answer questions apropos de rien is Dan.
Hey, you may notice that this week we're on a different side of the room. That's because we had to do something special to our old side of the room for our upcoming show.
So, last week we said we had 5 Fury prize packs to give away, and all you had to do was name all of Dan's dolls.
Those are high quality, posable models, okay? Anyway, the correct answers were Alcatraz/Prophet from Crisis 2. This was the hardest one. Savage Theron Guard from Gears of War. A lot of people said Butcher, which gets you part marks, but not quite. Xenomorph from Aliens. Extra points if you said Aliens over Alien, because he has the spiny ridges on the top of his head, as opposed to the smooth thing from the original movie. Rosie, Big Daddy from Bioshock. Special points for mentioning Rosie. Claptrap from Borderlands. Master Chief from Halo. Special points if you mention Halo 4. Gordon Freeman from Half-Life 2. Batman from Arkham Origins. Extra points if you mention that he's wearing the Origins suit. And the one you probably all got, Bender from Futurama.
Nerd! Anyway, that Bender is actually the only one I got. Anyway, congratulations to Scarlet Rooster, Ben Mayer, John Locke, Nick Dorn, and Keint Wren, who all named them correctly. You are all winning a Fury prize pack.
Be sure to email us at contest@WatchMojo with your shipping information, your name, and please include your YouTube screen name as well.
Yes, and you can't actually enter a contest using contest@WatchMojo.com, so don't even try because you won't be considered.
Moving on, we also started a pumpkin carving contest on Twitter and Instagram to give away some of our snazzy new t-shirts.
And guess what? We've had 1 entry so far, so you guys got to pick it up. But it is a good one. Molly Hartley sent us this. So that's what you guys have to compete with.
The contest will end next week on the Halloween show, so get to carving. Anyway, when you do get your pumpkin together, post it on Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag WMPumpkin.
Yeah, and just so we know that you actually carved it, if you could hold up a handwritten note in the frame of the picture with your pumpkin that says WM Pumpkin or your username or whatever, that way we can know it's you.
Speaking of contests, a few weeks back we had a giveaway for a Neighbors DVD, and our winner never claimed his or her prize. So we've got that DVD to give away again.
Yeah, and it even comes complete with this little Dixie cup shot glass on a string thingy. So, if you want the DVD, leave a comment on this video telling us the worst story you have involving your neighbors. Make it up if need be, I don't care.
Yep, and next week we'll pick a winner at random. Anyway, before we continue, we want your feedback about something.
As always. As some of you may know, we're starting a new series in the near future where we will give you a rundown of the crucial facts that you should know about some current events, like the Ebola outbreak, or if you should be scared of ISIS, or the protests in Hong Kong.
But we honestly don't know what to call our new news show, so we thought we'd take some suggestions from you guys.
Please leave your ideas in the comments, or better yet, vote on the suggest page on the topic.
All right, now that all that business is out of the way, we've got some questions. Rebecca, this one's all for you. Chris Johnson wants to know, which of the Back to the Future movies is your favorite?
Okay, I will give you a clue. It's Back to the Future 2, because I like the future.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say 2. Hoverboards and like that crazy part at the end where they've messed with the time continuum and stuff like that. That's the best one for sure.
I also like the food rehydrator and that thing with the grapes that comes down in the middle of the kitchen. Mm-hmm. I always wanted that.
Also, Michael J. Fox is a girl. What?
Mom, is that you? All right, I've got one here from Crazy Girl Central who wants to know, hey Dan and Rebecca, since you won't answer this question, I'll just type a freaking random question. If you like to read, what's your favorite book? Well, hope to not hear my post as usual. Wink, frowny face.
I really like Ender's Game. That was an old favorite of mine when I was younger. I'm also a big fan of The Rum Diary by Hunter S. Thompson. I recently just read Rendezvous with Rama, which is what the Halo series was based on. I recommend that one.
All right, I'm not gonna make myself sound smart. I
am smart.
Read a lot of Stephen King. I read basically all the Shopaholic series, Harry Potter. Yes, I'm that person. I also really like true crime, so Helter Skelter, about the Charles Manson murder case, was very interesting to me.
All right, let's finish up by reading some comments of the week. Typhoon commented on top 10 least scary horror movies in relation to our inclusion of Jaws the Revenge. Shark kills your family, move to an island surrounded by water, and travel on a boat. I mean, WTF.
ThirdPartyController wanted us to know, so I started to work my mojo to counter their mojo. We got cross-modulation and their heads started exploding. Which is good, because we're doing top 10 movie head explosions, I think, eventually.
C. Paul Courtney had something to say about top 10 slow dance songs of the 1970s. How is Let's Get It On not in the top 3? Unless it's in the baby-making music list. In fact, I do believe it is.
Now, a bunch of costume recommendations from you guys as we requested. Shade Thedra asks, why are horses the most popular animal costumes? People should dress up like donkeys. That way, there will be no arguments about who will be the ass. Hi-oh!
Caleb Neely says, Dan should dress up as an exhibitionist Dracula. What is that?
And finally, Chris Smith thinks Rebecca and Dan should dress up as ketchup and mustard bottles. Well, it's not the worst suggestion I've ever heard.
Anyway, guys, thanks as always for the comments and questions. If you like FAQs, be sure to watch WMFAQ with Rebecca and Ash, which aired yesterday.
Yes, and if you want your questions answered, leave them here in the comments, catch us on Twitter or Facebook, or email us at watch@WatchMojo.com. Don't forget the hashtag WMFAQ, and if you want a nifty t-shirt, a new one, an old one, or that's about it, then you can go to WatchMojo.com/store. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and tune in again next time for another edition of What's Your Mojo? Welcome to primetime, bitch.